Hey guys, how's it going today? So, as I promised throughout the more of the year, I'd be doing more in-depth reviews and reactions. So, I just got out of seeing Antoine Fuqua's Michael, starring Jafar Jackson, Cole Domingo as Joe Jackson, and Miles Teller as his agent, and then Mike Myers as well. This movie is a freaking blast. this I'm just basing on the fact that this is probably the first time that I came out and be like, oh, I'm dancing. Because I'm like, there is there is a sequence of bad in this movie that I felt lifted, my spirits lifted, and I felt like I was in a literal rock concert, and I was like, oh my god! And the end of the movie, and I'm just dancing, dancing. This movie is an absolute blast if you're a Michael Jackson fan. Bring it back to what I thought of the movie overall. The musical biofilms I've seen, such as Rocket Man, Bohemian Rhapsody, Elvis, I all really like those. Michael does lean in toward more of that area. I'd say that Elvis is my top, Bohemian Rhapsody, Rocket Man, but like Michael's like it's in that range. It's not like my all time favorite. I think that still goes to Elvis, but Michael gets really close because what I found is that if you're going into this movie having an idea of like okay, it's like how they're gonna do Michael Jackson biofilm, and as some of the critics have been saying, their opinions on the situation and stuff like that, and how it's like oh, it's like they painted as this character. I was more going to be like okay, it's like how is the character of Michael depicted, and the performance from Jafar Jackson and Cole Domingo. Jafar Jackson knocks it out of the park in this movie. He is a revelation. I there were sometimes I'm watching this movie and I generally felt like I was watching Michael Jackson on stage. That's how well he does it. I don't know if he does all the music because there's a lot of music overlaid for the soundtrack wise, but his dance moves, his performances, his nuances, he encapsulates his uncle to a T. So yeah, wrapping back around to other things. Um, there was a lot of times in the movie where I found that like there would be things like they'd have vignettes of Michael back and forth to the Jackson Five and showing that there are. This is a very minor nitpick. There are moments where I felt could have been more dwelled into. He does just discuss and talk about the making of his songs and you show the process. That's good. But if they included a tiny bit more about other musical sequences besides say maybe like Thriller, Billie Jean, or that, or just a tiny bit more, I would have liked it more. But that being said, I still had a really good time blast with the Michael Jackson biofilm. Jafar Jackson is a revelation. Coleman Domingo is incredible in this. Everyone else does their part, but those two in particular, they stand out above the rest. And the music, the production design, from everything from the world, the living in the world of Michael Jackson. I highly recommend watching this movie. If you're a fan of Michael Jackson music, if you're a fan of a good time at the theater, I recommend watching it. So yeah, my rating would be see it in theaters, watch it on streaming. But if you want a theatrical experience, I recommend seeing Michael in theaters because big thumbs up for me.